Hello and welcome to the Summerhouse sessions with Inverness Gigs. Today we are joined by Colin, a local, so it's nice to have you here, Colin.
How you doing? Nice to be here. Thank you very much.
So I know you really well. We've known each other a long time through the local open mic scene.
Yeah.
But for all those that don't know you, can you tell them a bit about your music?
All right. Maybe should have prepared something. My music, it's acoustic, singer-songwriter kind of stuff. I like to call it storytelling because they're all pretty much true stories. A couple of lies in there, but they're all pretty much on the bone. Some good, some bad. Not in terms of quality. They're all very, very good songs, of course. Some good stories, some bad stories, love stories, breakup stories, triumphs, getting arrested, all kinds of shit. But I wrote most of them when I was younger, so there's a lot of energy in them. And now when I try playing, I like break strings or I get out of breath or I drop plectrums and shit like that. And I swear a lot. There's a couple of swears in some of these songs. I don't know if I'm allowed to do them. We're all good with them. And that's it really. I just like doing it as a hobby. Played lots of gigs. After that open mic session I did in Julie first time, where Ryan Raymond and things was there. He did some recordings of me at the studio in Inverness. Then I started getting offers for gigs. Over the last year, I don't know how many I've played. Some of them pay quite well, some of them don't pay at all. Playing a bell drum this year. For all of you that like the folk stage, I've not been there since I was about 16. So that's it really. I just like playing them. I'm going to pull back from the gigs a little bit in bars. I don't like singing to the backs of people drinking and talking crap the whole night. I like playing open mics and music rooms and stuff like this is pretty cool. You know, I don't like the kind of pressure of those things because they suck. You don't want to be background music. You just want to play and enjoy yourself. And because it's a hobby, you don't want to fuck it up. You know, don't do your hobbies for a living because you might cross a line that shouldn't be crossed.
It's quite true. I know a lot of your stories. I think the first time I met you was not you'd arrived at the open mic at the greenhouse, and you were telling us the tale of you just had to dry your guitar out because you'd been in the River Colin with it. So
the Oran River it was. That was an interesting summer. That was a nice faith guitar. It's like 800 quid. It's the most expensive guitar I ever bought, and I couldn't afford it at the time. And I don't know, we were really drunk. I was in a nice three-piece suit, and I just waded into the river with a guitar and started jamming away. We had a great time, and I forgot all about it till the next day. We got some nice pictures, a couple of nice videos, but the guitar was fucked. So I wrote a song about that. So I write songs about all kinds of stuff. It's good crack. It's nice to write about what you know and what's happening because the words just fall right out of your mouth, you know?
I think that's something that we quite have in common. We tend to write, not that we write country songs, but we write in that country style of where you talk about stories, isn't it? It's the stories of your life, and these songs are quite important.
Yeah, if you have to put it in a genre, it's like my French said there, it's storytelling, I'd call it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Where I've lost my train of thought there, but take a wee second, David.
It's fine.
Cool. So you're playing at Belgium this year?
Yeah, folk stage, free range folk stage.
What's your feelings on that? How do you feel about coming back to the folk stage after a?
Well, I'd never played there before. Last time I was in Belgium, I was 16 and I just spent most of it passed out on an inflatable couch. Never played there before. Never played a festival before. Oh, I played one down in York actually. It wasn't like a festival. Camping and jukers and all kinds of things all over the place. So I'm looking forward to this. Thanks to Bob from Glackbeg Folk Club for sticking me on. That'd be quite good crack. My mother's going. My mother's never been to a festival in her life. So I don't know if she's going to do this, camping and all kinds of things. My brother, he's played there before, Neil Cannon, and his girlfriend, she'll be right up the duff as well. She'll be almost ready to pop when she's there. She's cool. My sister, she's up the duff, ready to pop. She'll be there as well. All kinds of
so
people.
So it's a family affair then.
Yeah, it's mental. Everybody's going.
I think it's one of these festivals though that has something for everybody. doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There's bits and pieces for everybody.
There was none of that stuff when I was there. That was, what was that, like 14 years ago?
Yeah.
So it's changed a lot.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of interesting things. Apparently there's some fortune teller there that's pretty accurate. She told both my brothers, Bird, and my sister that they'd both be up to duff. They're both up to duff. I don't know if that's kind of incentivising the men or that.
Well,
There's something spooky about the accuracy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to stay away from her.
Oh dear. So, would you like to play as your first tune?
Yeah, man. You got any requests?
Nah,
don't take requests. Sorry.
Don't take
Just
requests,
joking.
but
Bit of Oasis.
bit of Oasis. I was thinking The House with the White Walls.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of a Colin Cannon request, not just a request.
That's two ukulele. What did I call that? Once White Walls. It's
Once
actually
White
called.
Walls, yeah.
That's okay. That's pretty relevant. Let me see if I remember how to play that one.
And can you tell us a wee bit about the story of it?
Yeah. So that time I was in the three-piece suit with the guitar in the river. That was also the time I was staying in a house in Muirvord, outside Muirvord. I'll not name the exact location because it was a nice white house when we got there. It wasn't so white when we left because we were kind of smokers. Not anymore. Sorry about that, the landlord. We bleached it down as best we could. Had a really good time, but we were young and we were single and we were drinking and smoking all kinds of funny stuff, and it just became a thing. So when my pal Graham I stayed with, he was like, oh, we should write a song together, because he was pretty keen on it, and I just kind of did it when I was drunk or stoned. We started talking about things, and it was just, you know, lived in a 3-bedroom cottage with once white walls. That's like the first line of the song. And then we just started naming things around the house and things we did and things we laughed about. And it became a really good song for memory. So I remember a lot about that house purely because of the song itself. And it's a crowd pleaser sometimes because I get people to sing it back to me. I don't know how we're going to do it. You guys want to sing it back to me. But
I think I can remember the words.
Oh, aye, there's a line in the song that goes, two ukuleles. So if I shout two ukuleles, you shout two ukuleles. Happened several times. I hope this cap was on the right fret because it might go horribly wrong halfway through when I try to hit those notes, man. Okay, stop talking. This is Once White Walls. Lived in a 3-bedroom cottage with once white walls. Got a hand-loom rug from India on the floor. The piano we can play 'cause it's 200 years old. You stick the kettle on to get the dishes washed. We don't pay our TV license, it's not necessary. We got 10 harmonicas and 6 guitars and with 2 ukuleles, 2 ukuleles. Second count before we get too old. The heating's always on, but the house is always cold. We won't last here forever. No, we won't last here forever. Lived in a 3-bedroom cottage with once white walls. Got a hand-loom rug from India on the floor. The piano we can't play 'cause it's 200 years old. Just stick the kettle on to get the dishes washed. We don't pay our TV license, it's not necessary. We got 10 harmonicas and 6 guitars and with 2 ukuleles, 2 ukuleles. Hey, how's that?
That's fantastic.
Plectrum almost flew out my hand at one point. We held on to it.
I held on
It's
to
a
it.
sweaty pick. Yeah. So that's that one. That's how it goes. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I got a hand loomed rug from India on the floor. That's because we had a hand loomed rug from India. Stick the kettle on to get the dishes washed because you can never get the water hot enough.
Yeah.
The bins were picked up was about a mile from the house, so I had to fill them with shit all week and drinking and boozing and stuff. Then you have to take them a mile all the way down. A nightmare, but it's good memories. Good crack living there for a while.
I think it's good to have these songs because then you do have them still memories that it brings them all back to you on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So it's quite good to have them.
If you forget the songs, you forget that chunk of your life sometimes. I've forgotten loads of songs and I've never written any of them down.
Aye. These days I find that you end up, there's a song and you start playing it and by the time I've got to the end of writing it, if I've not stuck a machine on to record it, then I've forgotten it by the end of the verse. You know, so.
Phones are revolutionary because you got the wee recording apps on it, so you just whap it on and record a wee riff or something, you can come back and work on it later.
Yeah,
That's pretty good crack.
it's definitely made songwriting a lot easier.
Yeah, obviously there's recording devices, always has been, but like old cassette 8 tracks and stuff like that where you got to plug everything in and set everything out, whereas that you can just slap on your lap and give it a wee rattle.
Rattle away. So, how does when you pick up your guitar make you feel? How do you feel?
Well, like sexually.
No, just how do you know? Like, so I play guitar because it gives me the headspace. You know, I like to write stuff and you know, we live in a very tough world and sometimes your head is full. So, you know, how do you feel when you pick up your guitar and play and write a song and sing? What drives you?
Life's pretty good at the moment, so I just people ask me to sing, I'll sing.
Yeah.
The amount of gigs I played over the last year put me off doing it in my spare time, which kind of sucked a bit. That's why I get reeling back from the gigs a bit, so I can go back to writing songs. I reckon I said to my girlfriend the other day when she was asking, you tend to write more songs or better songs when life's going badly.
Yeah.
More emotion playing around or whatever the hell. You have more to sing about or more to complain about. You just put music to it. When life's good, you could write a happy song if you want, but it's not got the kind of emotion that an angry or a sad song will have. So yeah, you go up and down as your life does, and every once in a while you pick a guitar up on the way, and that kind of represents how you feel at that time. So it's nice to have a good array of them, some good, some bad, all that kind of shit, you know. So that's it, and I do it. I love to do it to remember things because I forget so much stuff. I never wrote any of them down, but some of them are about stuff I did when I was younger, which I remember fondly because I learned lessons from them. And the lessons are ingrained in the songs. So I play a song, I remember, you start off and you remember why you're pissed off, and you get to the end of the song, you remember why you feel better about it now. Because, you know, you philosophize or whatever as you're going through it.
Yeah, it's a great tool, music, for that kind of stress relief and reevaluating things at times, and it's not till you actually put them down that you feel you've it's obviously got that time of day that I'm hungry.
Oh, aye. It's expensive going through the strings though when you're beating the shit out of it in a bad mood or whatever. I've had to take chunks out of this playing all these gigs all the time. But no, yeah, it's a wonderful tool. I don't think I would like a life without music in it. I feel bad for people that can't do it or say they can't do it, or I've not got a bloody musical bone in my body, or I was lucky, all my entire family were musical. So I just picked it up by listening to all them. My dad playing the pianos, my mother, my sisters, my brother, all that kind of stuff. All of them playing different things. So I was lucky.
Yeah, and do you ever collaborate with your family and write music, or do you tend to do it on your?
My brother sometimes, like rarely, but when we do, it's pretty good. We've got similar voices. He sings differently from the way I do, but like because we're cut from the same block of cheese or whatever the fucking say it is, we can kind of sing in the same level. He's pretty clever, he's good at harmonising, and he did some sound engineering and stuff like that. He knows his shit, so it's quite good to do it with him. So he's gonna come on stage and sing one with me, a bell drum actually, which will be quite good crack. Other than that, not really. My dad just plays his own stuff like Elton John and Billy Joel. My mother plays some classical stuff. My other sister's the same, plays the saxophone. Yeah, everyone's different.
Yeah.
So it's hard to sit down. Me and my brother are the most similar, I would say, so it's easy to do with him. But other than that, no, not really.
And do you find that with music that you tend to follow what your mum and dad brought you up with? Is it kind of music that you... I play music on my guitar, but it's not necessarily what I was brought up and listened to now that I play. You know, my music listening and that.
Well, I thought you were pretty limited if you were on like a family holiday in the old red rusty Volvo going down the bloody A9 to Dunfermline or whatever it was. All they'd have is a couple of cassettes. What would it be? The same song, Paul Carrick and Coconut Tracks and all that shit the whole time. I remember all that stuff. Fond memories. Billy Joel, Elton John, Eagles, stuff like that. I was quite lucky to listen to all that kind of shit. You get to school, especially high school, and I had a ponytail and I listened to that kind of stuff. You get beat up for that. I was like, what? I thought this was good music, no? And then you find your own kind of taste because you can't follow them forever. So I like listening to the people like Nathaniel Rateliff. You ever heard of him?
No, I've not. No.
Oh, you should get into him. He's from like the south of America. He's got a nice husky voice and a big old beard, and he sings quite nice chilled out songs in his own album. But he's collaborated with a kind of brass backing called the Night Sweats and things, and it's really cool. I went to see them in Norway. Did a road trip to Oslo. I saw them there. They were the tits. And people like Paolo Nutini and the Tallest Man on Earth, and just anyone that picks up a guitar and gives it.
Yeah, I bet it gets.
That's it.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
Cool. Would you like to give us another tune?
Yeah, all right, man.
Right, just before we start, I don't know. I thought to switch my phone off, but I
I
can
think
hear
it's
it halfway
mine.
going. Is it yours?
Is it mine or yours?
Yeah, because I thought I switched it off. So
It's this one. I don't know what the hell's going on. Somebody will have created a bloody group chat on Facebook. That's it.
my phone's in there. It must be yours. Right, get that.
Right, that's it turned off. I've even turned it off the vibrate, so I'm going
Right, just,
Are you getting my bald spot from up there, yeah?
I'm trying to. It's got enough light bouncing off it.
It's the front of my forehead now. Mine's going that way.
Are you in shot, Mark? Can you see yourself?
I think I'm in shot.
Right, that's fine. Is that still running?
Still running. We're still all go.
Good. Oh, right. You want to ask? Just ask the question again for another tune. Start from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been rumbling, I've been tooting, I've been everything today. Right. So Colin, would you like to play us another tune?
Yeah, all right. Okay, this one's called Hopes for Glory. It's it starts off. It's just what my dad used to say. You moaned about anything, my dad would say, I'll pull up a sandbag, I'll tell you a fucking story, you know, because he had a harder life than you had. It's like beans on toast was like a luxury meal. He'll watch this and be like, you prick. He used to have to share like a bag of crisps with his brothers and sisters and things. So anytime I moaned about anything, he'd pull up a sandbag and I'll tell you a bloody story. He used to say it all the time. So that day I was playing the open mic in Bewley, Ryan Raymond was doing the sound. He heard me say that and it kind of clicked because he used to work for my dad. And we never knew each other. It was just that random kind of thing. He pulled up a sandbag and the surname Cannon together. He goes, is your father John Cannon? I was like, how the hell do you know that? So that's quite interesting. So this is just about, things happen. You can moan about it, or you can tell someone a story about how you learn from it, or whatever. You think things are going to go well, they go horribly wrong. Doesn't matter what it is. It's just a storytelling kind of song. All right.
Pull up your sandbags for a story. There's not a lot to hear, I've got much to tell. You hear me criticize and get worried, but it isn't all for me, it's for who I used to be. Set out on this road with hopes for glory. Now I'm back again, the same stage, the same sorry. So excited, belly's full of fire, and what came next came as a surprise, but was it over my head, so I shut my eyes. Shut my eyes, used to pray.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, your influence of Palanatini comes out quite strong in that one.
Yeah, holding on the notes.
Yeah, and you could envisage him playing that one as well, you know. So,
Oh, thank you very much.
so it's a lovely wee tune, that one.
He's kind of dropped off the face of the earth, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he does that, and then he just comes back and comes out with his
Belts it out again.
belt of an album, and he's just one of those artists, you know. From his first album to his second album, there's quite a gap, and
And he came back, Caustic Love, which
Yeah.
no one was expecting. Came out amazing.
yeah.
I loved that album. Saw him play live in Genoa, in Italy. It was a nice gig when he just came out of that. So that was like the start of that tour. And then when he finished it with a homecoming gig, I saw him again in Glasgow for the homecoming gig, and that was something else, man.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I look forward to him coming back. Maybe he'll see this. Be like, get that guy's number for me right now.
We can always live in hope, can't we? I think it's always the dream that we always say, it's our hobby, it's our hobby. But
Yeah.
we always think, oh, we'd like a wee taste of the
Oh, aye, a
big
couple of million quid would be nice.
thing. Yeah, but it just help things swim along. My next one would be, what all have you got coming up the rest of this year for yourself with your music?
I get asked to play some interesting things nowadays. Played the open mic at the Glackbeg Folk Club, and then a guy came up to me afterwards, said he was setting up shop in Kilbokie, like building a big outdoor kind of theatre almost, and fold out seating at the back and a bar and all this kind of stuff, like off the grid, so you can drink and smoke in it, you know. I'll not say where it is in case the police come looking for you. And then, or the tax man. But he said, oh, we're going to have an open night with just friends and stuff like that. It's nothing fancy, just come and sing. He sent me photos of the place looks cool, so I'm going to go play that. He's asked me if I'd play. Another couple of pals, you know, someone doing a big thing in their back garden, set up gazebos and stages and PAs. They asked me if I'd come play. I said, yeah, no worries, because I like to have a drink and chill out with nice kind of people on the same wavelength. So stuff like that I love, don't need to make any money off of it. Then Belladrum, obviously, at the folk stage. That's in a couple of weeks' time. That's swinging around pretty quickly. And then after that, I've not booked myself in anywhere. I've not accepted any gig offers because I'm going to chill out, go back to school for a wee while, and just go back to having that as a hobby for a bit and write some new songs, so I don't have to keep repeating the same ones, belting them out for people that aren't listening at pubs, you know.
I know what you mean. And although you're playing at Belladrum, is there anybody that you are looking out for at Belladrum?
No, not really. I wouldn't mind getting a banter with Lewis Capaldi for a wee while if he's about, but other than that, I don't like his songs, I don't like his music. I think they're a bit funny, they're not my kind of things, but he's pretty amusing, he makes me laugh.
I think in Scotland that's a big thing, you know, a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
people, it's maybe not necessarily just about his music, it's
Oh, yeah.
about his interaction.
But his
and,
mannerisms, it's nice
yeah.
to get a chuckle.
Yeah, and I think this thing with Noel Gallagher
Oh, yeah.
is bringing no end of amusement to the Scottish people.
That's
so.
right. Well, I've been taking the piss out of Noel Gallagher for years, so I was happy to see that.
Now I've lost my train of thought again. It's just one of those Saturday morning things, isn't it?
Thank God for editing.
David might make me do this one because my head's gone to mince. Just trying to think.
Have you asked about influences yet?
I did ask about
Yeah,
influences.
I was
yeah.
kind of watching the
we've
camera,
covered-
not listening. Yeah.
I think we've covered quite a lot, and I think
think
that's been the problem. But it's been, you know, we. Is there any right? Here's one. Is there any gigs? What is your most standout gig? What is the gig that you have ever done that you think that has been one of the best gigs I've ever done, enjoyed doing?
Oh, that's tough, man. That's really tough. I tell you, one of them last year, by this time last year, I played Under the Canvas at Eden Court, outside. They were looking for people. I said, I'll play. I was just starting out. I was not long after the first open mic I'd done, you know, wasn't wasn't like I was getting gigs left, right, and centre. But it's like, here's a video of me singing a song. I'll play if you like. They said, all right. And then loads of people came up for it, and friends came, and family came. I got there must have been like 100 people in this small area, and I knew the majority of them. I was like, oh fucking hell, nice to see you, you know. And I brought my wee ukulele because I'd planned to use that just in case I break a string. And I was hoping one of my pals would replace the string for me, but he hadn't arrived yet. And then I was playing Hopes for Glory, and I broke the A string. And I was like, you know, right as it was coming up to the pinnacle of the song, and I was like, shit, you know, there was kids there, I had to watch my language. But then my pal arrived, Chris McGowan, shout out, he's a good musician and singer. And I said, Chris, can you stick a string on that for me, please? And he goes, yeah. So he went and grabbed it, and I grabbed the ukulele and gave the guy the signal at the back because I prepared him that I might break a string. If I do switch that mic on, I'll play the uke. So he did that, and I played a song on the ukulele that I can play for you afterwards. I brought my new ukulele with me, and then just as I'd finished, got a good reception for the old ukulele playing, and then Chris came back out of nowhere, tuned it and everything, and handed it back. It was like seamless. It's almost like we planned it, so that was quite good. And the reception was just amazing and stuff like that. People I used to work with that said, oh, you're singing in song, right? And I bollocks, and then they came and like, oh, that was really good. So that was a really good one. Nice sunny day, people there, cigars and beer, and that was just good crack.
Yeah, it's nice to have that appreciation, you know, and you know, it's, you know, singer-songwriters, you tend to get offered really bizarre gigs and stuff like that. So it's always nice to hear. You know, some people say, you know, I did one at the prison. And you know, I'll never get a chance to play in the prison again. You know, the whole time you're there, in your head it's Folsom Prison Blues is playing in your head. You know, so but it's nice to have that thought on.
I like the interesting ones, off the beaten track kind of gigs.
Yeah, your one in the amphitheatre sounds really.
Oh, I look forward to that. I'm in Glasgow that day. I got to drive up and then go straight there. And it's out in the middle of nowhere, so I'm hoping I can get like a taxi or a horse and carriage or something so I can drink whilst I'm there. And maybe just sleep in a tent or something, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I like to relax as well. It's easy to have a couple of pints and sing songs.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that. Too many pints sometimes. I tend to take the piss out of the audience because it amuses me and it gets them involved and stuff, but sometimes you can take the piss out of the wrong person.
So cool. Would you like to play as your last song?
Yeah, man. Well, I play this one. I can play the ukulele one as well if you want.
That would be
That's
absolutely fantastic.
I'll play this one because this is one of my favourite ones, and then I'll play the uke afterwards pretty quick. It's not got much to it. This one's called Good Times and All. It's written about a friend of mine. Used to be my pal's dad. He had died. His name was Tony Wallace. I don't know if you knew Tony. He used to go to a lot of the open mics. A really good guitar player. He used to wear a flat cap, sing his own stuff, and he used to sing some covers as well. And Tony died a few years ago, and that was a shame because he was really influential when we were in a band together as young rock and rollers and long hair and stuff. He'd give us all advice and, you know, egg us on, try this, keep going, sounding great and all this kind of stuff. So it's sad when he died. So I just started practicing Travis picking and all that kind of stuff. And I ended up writing it in about an hour or something, just kind of fell out of my mouth, because that's what happens. If it's a hard time and you're telling the truth, it just comes out of you. The best time to write a song, it's just unfortunate. This is Good Times and All.
Find me asleep in a hole, then you'll have found me when I can fight no more. Oh, 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 oh. If you like, you can stay for a while, but please don't stand there. Paint on a smile, oh no, oh, 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 oh.
me, where should we go? If we should be happy, then maybe we should go out. It's taking a long time, it seems like most nights, time to go.
That was absolutely lovely.
You like that one?
Yeah, that was really good. That was.
My fingernails are getting long. I'm starting to pick strings I'm not supposed to. Okay, cut them up. Alright, I'll grab the ukulele and play that last quick one. This will be the first time I played it since I bought it. I haven't actually played it outside of the music shop yet.
So this is a premiere of the
Yeah.
ukulele.
It is gorgeous.
Just move that camera.
Oh, you knocked it, did you?
Yeah, you back and shot.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce the song before we start?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's that alright?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just crack on with this one then. This is called. Yeah, this is called. Oh, the belly of a beast, you know. That's what I call this one. This was just a mixture of things. It's not necessarily true, but it's true-ish. If you know what I'm saying. First time I ever played a ukulele, I wrote this song. So I don't know any of the chords or anything I'm doing is. It's one of the 3 things I can play in the uke. But yeah, I've loved it.
I woke
dance, 'cause you're what I see standing right in front of me. Thank you very much. That's it.
Absolutely fantastic.
Like
The ukulele's certainly, definitely become a more usable, more modern instrument now.
Oh, it's quite. This one you plug in.
Yeah.
Electric. Elgin Music Shop. Very, very good stuff. That's the only one they had. It's lucky that it was fantastic and I took it. Really, really nice.
You just know when you pick up an instrument, though, that's the
100%.
one.
Yep. If you want it, get it. If you can't afford it, find the money, do it, because you don't want to go back and find out somebody else has fucking got it.
Cool. Thank you very much, Colin.
No,
it's been absolutely
yeah, man.
fantastic having you.
Thanks for having me, Jill. Handshake
Cheers.
on camera.
Cheers.